Alrighty, good morning everybody. Good morning, and welcome to the stream. How is everyone today? Be ready for some fun. Today's going to be a good one. Today is a good variety of stuff on my streams. We've got Fallout New Vegas continuing on the first stream, which is a fan favorite right now. People are really enjoying the Fallout New Vegas playthrough. At this point, for those who didn't know, Fallout New Vegas is all the way up to like 53 hours and growing. Obviously, if you take a look at the length of the game and what's left, after Dead Money's DLC concludes, which may conclude today, we still got 2 other DLCs to do, plus we've got to finish the main game, which quite frankly, we've got tons left to do in. We haven't even done anything on the strip really yet. You know, we did some of the periphery stuff. We never even talked to the Kings. We never went to Mr. House. You know, we are really digging deep into this one. This may be one of my biggest completionist playthroughs in history. And I'm okay with that because I'm really enjoying the game, and you guys are too. And, you know, having this interactive stream versus how I used to do gameplay has definitely made this playthrough very, very different than my original one, and then the second one, really. Like, it's very different. So thank you guys for chilling with me. Thank you for joining me for the fun. I'm having tons of fun with this playthrough for sure. Today we are doing more Dead Money DLC. And it's looking like we may have to actually finish it because we've got our 3 followers all in the areas they need to be to launch the gala, the opening ceremony, which then opens the casino and allows you to go in there and try to do the big heist. So we'll see how this goes today because I don't remember what happens at all. I actually have no recollection of what happens when this gala and everything happens. Nor do I remember how much more gameplay is in this DLC. So we may wrap it up today, and if we do, I have to make a critical choice at the end, so we'll see what happens when we come to that. After this DLC, likely I will just go back and do more open world main stuff in the game. Will I go to the strip and advance the plot? Maybe. Strong chance I will. Maybe we'll go talk to the Kings of the Van Graffs or something and work on their plot lines. I'm definitely not going to do another DLC right away. I'm going to do just like I did with Old World Blues. We'll do alternation between the DLCs and the main campaign before I do the DLCs. So, so I'm excited for this. And of course, yesterday, if you missed the Skyward Sword HD stream, not only did you miss, 3 hours of really fun gameplay, we finished up the Elden Volcano and the Earth Temple and moved into the third area, the Lanayru Desert. But also, you missed the debut of a new vest. The Golden Metallic Vest. Yes, it is very nice. It is a very nice design. Shall I show you guys quickly the vest, just in case for some people who weren't here yesterday? Hold on. Let me grab it. I'll show it to you. Hold on. Here we go. No, I'm not sleeping. Paradox, how dare you put the sleepy emote? Ah! Fuck, scary. There it is. You see that nice, the golden design on the vest? Look at that. Very shiny and metallic, which is why I chose it. Plus, it's very thin, so for the summer, it would not overheat me or make me feel uncomfortable for the summertime, which is why I had 3 vests to choose from. A fan wanted to donate a new vest, and it was this one. There was this like almost like leather rawhide cowboy looking one, and then there was the third that I can't even remember. It wasn't very memorable. And I mean, I was thinking between the cowboy one and this one, but I was like, dude, this one is so gaudy and shiny and ridiculous and over the top. This is definitely the one I got to choose because that's what you guys like. The most silly vests are the ones you guys like the most, right? So we got this new vest to wear if we do hit our tips goal for today. And how cool would it be to have a golden vest while I'm making decisions about what to do with the gold reward at the end of this DLC, right? I guess we're going to have to see. All right, so hold on a second here. Ugh. Toss that over there. Ah. So, yes, this should be a fun stream. Obviously, every time we play Fallout, I have a ton of fun. And, we chill, we have fun conversation while playing a really awesome game. And the game has so much more content, that I'm very excited to keep digging in and doing more stuff with you guys here. So welcome and thank you for being here on the Fallout stream. Alrighty. Now later tonight, the late night stream tonight will be my weekly throwback session of old school Street Fighter fun, where we play old school Street Fighter games for a couple of hours, and the nostalgia definitely kicks in. I let you know about, you know, the strategies and tactics to use in these games, but also people usually ask me a ton of questions about, you know, gameplay strategies and what it was like back in the day to play games in arcades and stuff. It's really fun when I play old school Street Fighter. That's later tonight at 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, and I hope that you guys will join me for that. Okay? Now tomorrow we will swing back to Skyward Sword HD, and we'll continue on with the third area, which is the desert, the Lanayru Desert. Now, I have a question for all of you. Okay, you ready? Please listen up. It's kind of important, all right? So here's the deal. I'm streaming 4 days this weekend, including today. Today, tomorrow, Sunday, Monday. I'm off on Tuesday. With that in mind, okay, would you guys prefer if I played more Mass Effect 3 or if I played more Danganronpa V3? All right? Because I have 3 night streams lined up, and I can either play Danganronpa twice or I can play Mass Effect 3 twice. Now, allow me to explain where I am in each game, okay? In Danganronpa V3, we just started Chapter 6. Chapter 6 is very different from the other chapters. You are in a very suspenseful, action-packed part of the game where you are investigating around and getting answers, finally, about everything in the game. Alright? You're getting all the answers of what you've been wondering about the entire game. From what I understand, the final chapter isn't insanely lengthy, but there is, I believe, a final climactic clash trial that could last a while. So maybe another 2 to 3 streams of Danganronpa, and then it's done. Okay? In regards to Mass Effect 3, we are also heading into the end game of that. We're currently in the Citadel DLC, which is a standalone DLC where you do this kind of mystery assassination plot thing involving Commander Shepard. And then once that's solved, then there's actually a party at the Citadel featuring all the cast of the games over the course of the 3 games, interacting and having fun with each other. Which is basically fan service, because people were so upset that the ending of Mass Effect 3 was so bad that they wanted more, and so they made this DLC for free a year later. Now, once that DLC is concluded, all we have left to do is the final string of missions in the game. I believe there's 5 major missions left. Although, keep in mind, the ending of the game is a grind of combat that takes a while. Okay? I'm not saying it takes 5 hours. I'm just saying it's going to take a little bit. It's not going to be incredibly quick or anything. So I would argue Mass Effect 3 maybe has 4 streams left. And these are night streams, like 2-hour streams. Maybe. Okay? Now, here's why I'm asking you this. Because this weekend I can either play Mass Effect 3 on Saturday night, then Danganronpa on Sunday night, and then Mass Effect 3 again on Monday. Or we can completely flip that, and it could be Danganronpa twice and Mass Effect 3 once. Now, this may be very important because we're very close to beating both games. And once I beat these games, those are going to open up nighttime streams for me to do other stuff. And you guys have strongly expressed recently that you want me to do other stuff, that I've been doing this stuff I'm doing for way too long, and that you want to see other stuff happen, including, and notably, Xbox Game Pass stuff. You guys have really verbally and vocally let me know that you want to see me do stuff on my Xbox Series X and Xbox Game Pass, and I agree with you. I want to do it. But I'm in the middle of so many goddamn games. 4 major playthroughs, plus a weekly session of Call of Duty and a weekly session of Street Fighter. So with all that, I'm already completely booked. You know what I'm saying? So, with all that being said, what would you like to see? And we got to talk about this over the course of today to determine what I'm going to do over the weekend. I want to get all your opinions. I'm seeing already a few people are chiming in the stream chat here. Seems pretty evenly split. I think we had 3 people say Danganronpa and 2 to 3 said Mass Effect. Not to say that I feel that there's a wrong decision, but I guess we'll have to think about this. And I want your opinion, so please keep sharing your opinions with me, okay? So, that'll determine the night streams on the weekend, because it's going to be more Skyward Sword on Saturday, more Fallout on Sunday, and more Skyward Sword on Monday. Unless we actually get enough demand that people want to see Fallout twice, Sunday and Monday, I'd be okay with doing that. So if people are like, man, now we're really digging Fallout, do it twice in a row, and then when you come back from break, play Skyward Sword, I would do that. But that's up to you guys, okay? Now, currently, a poll is going on, all right, on my YouTube page, on the community tab of DSPGaming, where people are voting on the kind of marathon that they want to see coming up either in late July, and likely it's going to be that first week of August, okay? With over 2,300 votes counted so far, Xbox Game Pass Marathon is at 52%. So I'm just gonna say it. Game Pass Marathon has won. There's no way, unless we get another 1,000 people to come out of the woodwork and vote, which I don't think is gonna happen. I think people want to see a Game Pass Marathon more than anything else, right? So it seems like that's what we're going to be doing. So let me explain to you how that's going to work, since people are probably curious. We're going to do a random night stream. And by the way, I should make this announcement because I forgot to make it. Ladies and gentlemen, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War at this point is officially retired. I mean it. Like, I played it last night, and it was laggy, and I was frustrated. I had some fun unlocking stuff for this new rifle and stuff. But the vibe I'm getting when I play it is that people are kind of tired of it. They would much rather see me now do new things, especially now that I have the Xbox Series X. They would much rather see me do new things than keep playing Call of Duty every week. Okay? So, I think for now we're going to soft retire it. If you guys want to see it come back, let me know, and I would consider bringing it back for a weekly session. But when I have so many people clamoring for me to do new stuff, I want to do what people are asking me. And people are saying, do new stuff. Go on Game Pass. Play games on Game Pass. And check that stuff out. Okay? So I think that's what we're going to do. Fair enough? Now, again, if you guys are bored, or excuse me, if you guys want to see it return after maybe a few weeks, you're craving it again, I would consider bringing it back. In fact, that's what happened earlier this year. If you guys don't remember, I was playing Call of Duty multiple times a week, every week earlier this year. And then you guys basically told me you were tired of it, so I didn't play it for like a month, and then you guys demanded that it come back, so I brought it back. But now I'm kind of getting that opposite vibe again, that you guys are getting burnt out on it. Okay? So, as of now, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is what we're going to call a soft retire. Meaning it could return if you guys demand it, but for now I'd rather say, let's put it on hold, let's do other stuff. Especially because you guys want to see me do other stuff. Let's do other stuff for now, with the belief that it could come back at some point if you guys want it. Sound good? Alright, I hope that does sound good to you. Now, the more I play and the further I get into Mass Effect 3 and Danganronpa V3, the quicker we can get to Game Pass stuff. And you guys have asked for a Game Pass marathon. So how is this going to work? Okay, I'll tell you how it's going to work. Exactly. In about a week's time, right there at the very end of July, all right, I'm going to do a random stream, a night stream, where we're going to go through Game Pass again. We're going to look at the games that already I've marked for possible playing, and we're going to determine what games you guys would be interested in seeing me play in this Game Pass marathon. All right? We may even, during that night stream, we may even try out a few games quickly or something. All right? So during this random night stream, this will be the setup to the marathon. And we'll walk through Game Pass, we'll pick games, maybe we'll pick like 5-6 games or something like that. Okay? And then that'll be the setup for the marathon. And then the marathon will be, I play all those games for about a half an hour to an hour each, switching between them and everything. And there will also be a new episode of the new series, Feasting with the King. Okay? So that's the deal. That's the deal. That's what we're going to do. All right? So thank you for voting. It is official. There will be a Game Pass marathon coming up. And we're going to wait about a week's time, and then we'll be doing a random night stream where we will determine what games I'll play during that marathon together. We'll do it live together. That'll be fun. That'll be really fun because I did do one major stream of 3 hours where I kind of messed with Game Pass stuff, but it wasn't a very lengthy stream, and I feel like I barely scratched the surface of the stuff that I want to check out. So I feel like doing a major, a night stream of it where we can queue up those games to download and everything, and then I could actually do a marathon where I play them all. That would be pretty neat, all right? It's good stuff. Now, by the way, as for this upcoming episode of Feasting with the King, yes, absolutely, you all will have opportunity to contribute to that by voting on the kind of cuisine that I will be trying in that show. Now, what are the options? I don't know yet. We haven't really talked about it yet. It's still a ways off, so I'm not jumping the gun here. But you guys, just like last time, will have at least 2, if not more, options, all right, to determine what I will be eating in that episode of Feasting with the King. One of them right now, I will tell you right up front, will be Sonic cuisine, because this was the runner-up in the poll last time, okay? I really am interested in trying Sonic because I haven't really ever done it. So that would be a major option. Now, there's other cuisines out here. I would argue, I want to say there is a Mediterranean place that does Mediterranean cuisine, but I would have to look into it and see if there's anything good that's worth ordering. I don't want to just order from any old place. I would want to order from somewhere that's, like, well-rated or something. Thai cuisine was one that people brought up. Thai cuisine might be interesting. There's actually Filipino cuisine. There's a Filipino restaurant, and I've never eaten Filipino food before, so I don't even know what it would be like. But they've got a Filipino restaurant out here, too. See, the thing is, I would say Vietnamese cuisine, but sadly, you know, their major dish is, what is it, pho or however you pronounce it, that soup. But I wouldn't want to drink soup delivered. It's probably going to be cold and not very interesting. I'd rather have that fresh. So I'm debating a few things. You know, definitely Sonic will be one of the options. But I got to look into what else is available around here and what you guys might want to see me try. Oh, Mexican food. Mexican food is very big out here. There's at least 2 major Mexican restaurants that do really good food that I could order from. Okay? Oh, what? Sonic has Red Bull slushies? That sounds absolutely disgusting. I don't like Red Bull. Red Bulls taste nasty. It's got that taurine shit in it. That shit tastes gross, man. I don't know why people like that. I think it's nasty. And I'm sure it ain't good for you. I'm just saying. Anyway, so let's continue to discuss what you guys would like to see over this weekend, whether it's more Mass Effect or more Danganronpa. And let's also continue to discuss what kinds of cuisine might you like to see me try for the upcoming Feasting with the King. Okay? Korean food, see, here's the thing, Twilight Bright. There are some Korean restaurants around here, but most of them are Korean barbecue, which is when you go in and you get the raw ingredients, you cook them yourself in like a social atmosphere. That ain't gonna work for delivery. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the traditional food around here is Korean barbecue, like that's the cuisine, I don't want to, oh, well, they do have some cooked dishes too, but that's not the main focus of the restaurant, so I wouldn't want to do that as a highlight of Korean food. You see what I'm saying? Oh, yes, Phil Loves Feces has done a super chat. You're absolutely correct. I love it. I absolutely love feces. It's my favorite thing. Wow. Anyway, all right, now. Oh, no. Nose Vacuum said IKEA food. IKEA food! How about some Swedish meatballs that have been frozen for about 4 years and some chicken tenders? Oh, yeah. That just sounds like the epitome of fine dining around here, man. No, I'm pretty sure you can't order IKEA food for delivery either. They only serve it in their cafeteria. Oh, my God. Good Lord. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all well and good. I would also like to say thank you all who supported me here this month in a big way. As you should see, we're currently at 217 members on the channel. We are one short of the record. The highest we've ever had here is 218. So, we are very close to breaking a new record. If we hit 225 members, we actually unlock a new emote for the channel for everyone who's a member, which is excellent. If we hit 250 members by the end of this month, which would be one more week, I would consider doing something else special. What? I don't know yet. because we haven't really gotten close, so I'm not really thinking about it yet. But if we get close, I'll probably start brainstorming about what some other special stuff that we could do here on the streams to celebrate, okay? So if you have not become a channel member, I don't know what you're waiting for. You're missing out. You get a cool highlighted name in the chat. You get a cool chat crown badge to show how long you've supported the channel. You get access to all these emotes, 18 emotes right now, and it's about to be 19 once we hit 225. And on top of that, you don't have to abide by those slow mode rules. Right now, the slow mode is in effect, where basically you cannot chat for more than every 10 seconds. It's to stop spamming. But if you're one of the channel members, you don't have to abide by that. You can talk as much as you want. You can blab it out, blah, 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 blah. So, please become a channel member. If you have not, I strongly urge it. You get many benefits for doing it, and it helps me out. Obviously, it supports the channel, okay? Now, today, if you either become a channel member, if you do a super chat or a super sticker to support the channel, or if you tip me, any of those contribution methods are greatly appreciated because this is a crowd-funded endeavor. I do not have any sponsorships with any companies, and I don't advertise any products. I don't have any partnerships with anyone. I am solely working by myself here, okay? And that being said, I really appreciate the fact that for 13 years, you guys have stood by me, you guys have watched my content, self-promoted essentially by word of mouth, and allowed me to do what I love for a living. I absolutely love being a live streamer and a full-time gamer. I love being interactive with you guys on a daily basis. I feel that what I do now has more meaning than anything I've ever done for a living in my entire life. You guys tell me as much every day how much you appreciate the streams and what they mean to you, and I really, really, really appreciate that. I love it when I get those positive messages that let me know what I do actually has some value. Thank you for that. If you like this content, if you want to see it continue and you want to support it, please contribute to the stream in one of the ways I mentioned. Now, the best way to contribute is always going to be tipping, because when you tip me, those are funds I get right away. Those are funds I can use for important things like bills and the like. And that's why I have rewards set up for the levels of tips that we receive. If I raise $50 in tips on today's stream, I will put on a pair of Gunner glasses to look kind of silly. All right? If we raise $100 in tips on today's stream, I will put on a vest of your choice, and being that this is the launch weekend for this silly gold metallic vest, it will be eligible for every single stream over the course of this weekend. So, today's vests will be as follows. This is what's eligible. The gold vest, the blue vest, the camo vest, and the gray vest. Those are the 4 vests eligible for today if we hit the $100 tips goal. Okay? If we do the entire tips goal, $150, I'll put on my cowboy hat. Okay? Now, by the way, some people have actually come up with some ideas recently. When I was playing Mario Golf, people were like, hey, why don't you get a different kind of hat, like a golfer's hat or something to put on? Recently, someone just suggested, why don't I get like a baseball cap or something like that? Why don't I get some different hats to wear? So that way, every day if we hit the tips goal, it's not the same hat I'm putting on. I actually like that idea. I do. So what I will have to do is start looking into that and see, is there anything that I can get, you know, when I go to local stores and stuff on my days off. Now, well, hopefully now I have normal days off, unlike this last week when I was stuck at home all day. But if I get normal days off and I get to go out and look around, I'll see what they got out there. And I'll see what's available. And have to see if there's other stuff that I could do. I think that would be cool variety for the streams, right? But anyway, for now, the cowboy hat is what happens at $150, okay? So, please consider contributing if you have not. I appreciate the fact that those go above and beyond just being standard stream viewers. Contributions are not mandatory, they are not expected, but they are always greatly appreciated because that's my income. Like, literally, my income is all crowdfunding income. Okay? So please consider contributing in one of the ways that I've outlined if you have not yet. Fair enough? Alrighty then. I appreciate that. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I would like to talk a little bit about game news. Alright? Not a lot to talk about in game news, though. what's kind of funny, the biggest news story that I think everyone's kind of talking about today is that the Tokyo Olympics, all right, which are, by the way, delayed. They were supposed to be last year, but because of COVID, right now they're happening. Essentially means that they're going to be doing things that are very Japanese-centric. And when you think about Japanese-centric things, you say, what would that be? Well, obviously, takoyaki is absolutely delicious, and other things. But no, everyone's talking about video game music that they're actually playing at the Olympics, which I find pretty funny. I guess they had their opening ceremony a few hours ago. Keep in mind that Japan is, like, I think, way ahead of us time zone-wise. Or are they way behind us? I always forget if they're way ahead or way behind. But they did their opening ceremony, and they were basically playing video game music during it, including, I guess, Final Fantasy, Sonic the Hedgehog, and other stuff like that. And people were like, what the hell? I think it's kind of cool that, you know, they're integrating pop culture, you know, into what they're doing. They also had apparently 2, like, I guess, singers or something there. I don't know who the hell they were. I never heard of them. Because it's very funny how country to country, we still don't really have a lot of crossover when it comes to that kind of stuff. In particular, singers that don't sing in English. Usually, people in English-speaking countries have absolutely no idea who the hell they are. Because there's, like, pop stars that are very popular in countries, for example, like Japan, like, Spanish-speaking countries. And no one in English-speaking countries know who they are. So this is a case where they got 2 of their pop stars there, and I don't know who the hell they are. Who the hell's that? Never heard of it, right? So, they're 15 hours ahead? Okay, 15 hours ahead. So it's already nighttime there. That's why they did their opening ceremony already. But people were kind of freaking out that, you know, oh my God, they actually had video game music at the Olympics. Well, they're really going to freak out when they start doing, like, the track and field, and they start playing the coin noises, you know, as if they're running and collecting the coins. When they're going to jump to do gymnastics, they start playing the sonic ring sound. Da-ding, da-ding, da-ding. There are people really going to start freaking out. But anyway, I laugh. I'm just joking, obviously. No, it was kind of neat. It was kind of unexpected and neat that they would be playing video game music at the Olympics. Obviously, you know, it's kind of silly, but at the same time, people are like, whoa, does this mean video games are mainstream, bro? Well, let's see. Video games are currently the highest grossing, biggest money-making entertainment venue in the entire world. They're bigger than movies, TV, radio, the music industry, the sports industry. It's bigger than everything. So yeah, I would say that video games have made it. I'm just saying, you know. But that's really about it. There's really nothing else going on today in game news. Usually I would have a giant segment to talk about game news. Today I ain't got shit. There's nothing going on. So I have nothing to discuss. It sucks. I like discussing things with you guys, but there's really nothing to discuss right now. Okay? So let's do shout outs. I have my first contribution from today is Lou, who has tipped me $10. Thank you very much, Lou, for starting the tipping today. I appreciate that. Let's get that on the leaderboard. And Lou says the following. Well, ask the following? No, he says the following. No, he asked the following. It's a question. He didn't put a question mark, though. Do you have any rage moments in games where you look back and you think it was pretty funny? I would argue some of the racing games I've played over the years, I remember getting insanely infuriated at the racing games screwing me over. Like, I remember MotorStorm Apocalypse. I really lost it a lot of times. Some of the Need for Speed games I've played, I've gotten incredibly infuriated. You know, I could always argue fighting games like old school. When I was playing Street Fighter back in the day, like Super Turbo HD Remix or Street Fighter 4, like those two, I would get really heated if the game was lagging or if someone, you know, used a cheap tactic or whatever. I remember I would get really infuriated. The one time that I ever remember doing anything physical, I believe, I don't know if it was God of War 3 or if it was God of War, the other one, the one that was the spin-off. What was it called? God of War Ascension or something like that? I remember I got so angry playing a God of War game that I smashed my PS3 controller onto my then coffee table when I lived in Connecticut. And I smashed it so hard that the controller didn't work right afterward. It actually was like not responding properly. I was like, oh, shit. But I don't remember what God of War game or playthrough that was, so that you could go back and watch it. I don't remember at all. I'm being told Crash Team Racing. Golden Cold says Crash Team Racing was actually one of the worst racing rages I've ever had. Let me think, man. What games really pissed me off over the years? Let me think about this. Oh, I remember BioShock 2. You guys remember BioShock 2? So, in BioShock 2, I played a long segment. We're talking like an hour of gameplay, and I hadn't saved because I was relying on the game to autosave, which was a very bad idea because BioShock 2 was made by a company that was not as good as the original company who made BioShock 1, and the autosave sucked, and the game had a lot of issues. So I remember playing like an hour, okay? And then I got to this boss. It wasn't a big daddy because there weren't really big daddies in that game. I think it was like a skinny daddy or something. Remember there were enemies that were like mini bosses that were very skinny? And I'm fighting him and he has electricity. He's getting electrified and shit. So the graphics are going crazy. My fucking Xbox freezes completely. And I can't unfreeze the game. I can't do anything. Like the whole thing is frozen. So I restart my console and it saved nothing. Like the entire stage, it saved nothing. I had to replay like 45 minutes of gameplay or something crazy like that to get back to where I was. And I remember I just sweared for 45 minutes. Like I was literally just swearing at how pissed I was that I had to replay all that gameplay. That was really one of my classic rages because I was so upset that I had to waste time replaying so much gameplay. And after that, I really started saving a ridiculous ton of games. A ridiculous ton of times in all games. You'll notice whenever I play a game that has free saving now, I'll save a lot because I hate replaying shit. So, yeah, that's the deal. I would say those are the ones that come to mind as like classic rage moments. I'm sure there's many, 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 many more. Snow Carl has tipped me $1.30. He says, when I was young, my dad actually retired early due to illness, and for a few years we struggled for money. I know how stressful it can be, and I relate to your panic the other day. Next time you're short on funds, why not put it on Kat's credit card? Snow Carl, I'm not even going to answer your question. This is the stupidest thing, man. Come on. I mean this now. Really, that's the dumbest thing. I mean, you really think I'm going to answer questions about my wife's financial stuff? Like, what the fuck, dude? Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna reread Snow Carl's tip. It says, when I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see a marching band. He said, son, when you grow up, will you be the savior of the broken, the beaten, and the damned? Will you defeat them, your demons? And all the non-believers. I don't remember the lyrics anymore. Alright, anyway, Snow Carl. Wow. All I have to say, Snow Carl, is wow. That was a really bad question that you think that I would bring up. You think that I would bring up my wife's financial stuff on my stream. Like, wow. Excuse me. Okay. I'm just going to ignore it. Really, I am. I'm not going to take offense. I'm just going to ignore it and act like you never asked it. I can't believe it. All right. Rob is here today. He tipped me $10. He says, is Life is Strange 3 a consideration? Yes, I'm playing it. Life is Strange 3, 100% I'm playing. I don't remember if they said it's under Game Pass or not. I can't remember. I think they did mention it might be, but I don't think so. I can't remember off the top of my head. But I want to play it. Yeah, what is it called? True Colors? Yeah, I'm interested in it. It could be interesting. I hope it doesn't suck shit. Like, I hope that it doesn't have a strong start. See, here's the thing, and here's why Life is Strange True Colors is different. It's an actual game. Like, unlike the other Life is Strange games where it was episodic and you had to wait months and months to actually play through it, Life is Strange True Colors is an actual completed game. They actually made the whole game. And they're going to release it in its entirety, and you can actually play it non-stop without having to wait months to play the next episode. I like that. It's kind of like this model that other games use that seems to work. I'm just saying, here's the thing. I feel this episodic model worked for a while with certain style of games, in particular these narrative-based games. It worked for a bit, and it made sense because when these narrative-based games were first coming out, these choose-your-own-adventure games, whatever you want to call them, you know, Telltale made them. Obviously, the company that makes Life is Strange makes them. And there was maybe like one or two other companies that were putting out this style of game, right? I feel the reason that they did an episodic formula was because they didn't have big budgets for these games. So what they would do is release the first episode and put a lot of effort into it, and hopefully the episode would sell well. And if that episode sold a ton, they could then use the profits from the sales of the first episode to fund the rest of the episodes, right? Like, when Telltale first started out, I'm pretty sure that games like Jurassic Park, Back to the Future, had further episodes based on the success of the original episode, you see? And I could totally understand that. If you're a small independent company and you don't have the funding to be making the full game and you want to throw a game out there and hopefully people like it, it catches on in popularity, and you sell a bunch of copies, now you can put more time, effort, and development cost into the game, right? So I could totally understand that formula. But this company now, and I forget, what's the name of the company that makes Life is Strange? I'm having a brain fart. Is it Don't Nod? I think it's Don't Nod Entertainment. This company is rolling in dough. Life is Strange is a ridiculous dynamo of sales for them. Now, don't get me wrong, Don't Nod has had a bunch of duds. If you remember, about a decade ago, they made a game called Remember Me that no one remembers. They also made that game Vampire that no one remembers because it sucked. So everything they've tried to do outside of the realm of an episodic game has really failed. So they have had a lot of money losers for them. But their episodic games work. Their episodic games are popular, they sell, they make good money, and so there's absolutely no reason why they shouldn't be putting out a full game instead of episodic at this point. Like, and I'm happy to hear that they did this with True Colors. I want to get the whole game and be able to play it as much as I want. If I'm hooked on the story, let me play the game a few days in a row to advance the story. Don't make me wait months to keep playing the game, you see? So, I would argue, I like that they're doing this time. I'm curious to see how this will affect sales, if it will at all. But, you know, they've got a money-making dynamo on their hands with this Life is Strange series now. Like, there's so many people who like it. So, yeah, I'm definitely playing Life is Strange 3. I'm actually excited for it. It seems different, right? It seems like they're going in a different direction with the powers and stuff. And hopefully, I'll be honest, hopefully the writing is better than Life is Strange 2. Because Life is Strange 2 started strong and basically devolved into really bad, heavy-handed, liberal-leaning narrative. And that's okay if you want to tell it as one part of your story, but the entire story basically became that America sucks, right? America sucks. America's all racist. You know, everyone hates certain groups of people in America, and it's terrible for them. And I was like, how could you possibly have so many incredibly racist, fucked up characters in this game? How? Did they really think that's what all of America is? Because it's not. America definitely has bad things, but not the whole country is like that. The game made it feel like the whole country is fucking shitty, racist people. Okay? So, oh man, I really, really hope that is not what Life is Strange 3 ends up being. I'm okay if they have those themes in it. Okay? You have that theme in it, fine. I'm okay with that because it's true. There are people in this country that are fucked up, that do fucked up things. They're biased, they're prejudiced, they're bigots. Okay, I get it. And I disagree with it completely. People should not be like that. But I don't need to have a game where the entire game is based on people acting like shit to other people. You know? I hope that they go a different route this time. Because like I said, Life is Strange 2 started off good, and then the plot just devolved into such a fucking preachy narrative that I didn't like the last, 3 episodes of the fucking game. Take a look at Life is Strange 1 and 2, and you'll see the difference. How 1 had themes and narratives, but actually had really good writing and a good, interesting plot and stuff to it. And it wasn't just trying to preach some bullshit and shove it constantly down your throat, you know? And that's why Life is Strange 1 was so good. So hopefully they get the writing team back from 1. I mean, okay. Anyway, I really hope that it's better. And I am going to play, absolutely. I am excited for it. It'll definitely be something different for the busy gaming season. You know, this year, holy shit. This year, the busy gaming season is going to be nuts. All right? This hardcore gaming season, it's like all the stuff that was delayed because of COVID is going to be coming out in a relatively short period of time. And it's going to be very daunting to try to cover and juggle all this stuff, you know, all at once, with the amount of stuff that's going to be coming out, you know, back to back to back to back. So, oh boy, it's going to be fun, don't get me wrong, but there's definitely going to have to be some juggling, major juggling going on for me to be able to cover all this stuff. I mean, hold on a second, because I got the list right here. In regards to just releases around that time, to give you some idea. So, we're talking September. All right, here's the month of September. Well, the Medium is coming out on September 5th for PlayStation. The thing is, now that I have an Xbox Series X, that's not a concern anymore because I can play it whenever I want. September 7th is Sonic Colors Ultimate. September 10th is Tales of Arise. Also on September 10th is Life is Strange 2 Colors. Deathloop is finally coming out September 14th. Diablo 2 Resurrected is September 23rd, although I don't know if I'm going to be playing it. If I do, it might just be late night streams, and that's even if it's on consoles, which I'm not clear if it is. Lost Judgment is September 24th. Okay? Now, that might only be some of the games. There might actually be more games now coming out that month. But the thing is, I haven't checked since E3 last month when all these game titles got their release dates. I haven't checked any of these. So there very well may be even more games coming out in September that I'm interested in. But just think of me juggling all that shit, right? Like, holy crap, man. And that's a good variety of games, too. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, oh, it's like all the same generic shit. It's all good variety of stuff coming out in a very short period of time. So, it's going to be crazy. Snow Carl tipped another $1.30. So, I remember about a year or two ago, you talked about your parents' health, how they're doing. What were you talking about? Are they doing better? Hope you guys still keep in touch. I haven't heard an update. I don't really want to get into my parents' personal stuff these days. Because, honestly, I'll be honest with you, the news ain't good. Both of my parents basically have health issues that are not getting any better. Let's just put it that way. And for me to sit here and talk about my parents' health on the stream really has nothing to do with the stream. And also, quite frankly, it's not happy news, you know. My dad now has multiple issues with his health. He used to just have a back injury. Now he has other issues. You know, pulmonary issues as well as other things going on because he's getting older. So typical things that happen when you get older are happening with him. My mother is not getting any better. Her condition is just getting worse over time and will continue to degrade. I'm very lucky that they're all right, but I mean, I'm not even kidding you. I called my parents this last week and my dad and mom are talking about, gee, someday if, you know, when we pass away, what we're going to do. They start talking about plans about that stuff. And I'm like, well, geez, if they're definitively planning for it, it sounds to me like they're kind of expecting it. You know what I mean? So, it's not good news. And that's why I really don't talk about it. You know, I talk to them every week, and I get updates and stuff, and I get caught up on what they're doing and everything. And I hear all about their cats and everything. But, you know, I don't want to sit here and talk about, oh, yeah, my parents are getting older, and they're you know, every week they're falling, you know, they're getting, you know, what am I going to say? You know it's not going to be good news. It's always going to be worse news. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't really want to talk about it, only because there's really nothing good to say, you know. They are getting older, they're getting sicker, and now they're actually starting to concretely talk about plans about when they pass away, which basically tells me they're expecting it. You know what I mean? And that's really all I have to say about that. So, Timbo Slice to me $1.30. He said, bad news. Intel, the maker of the chip that is causing shortages in game systems and vehicles and other electronic states. The shortage might last well into 2023, so it might be hard finding PS5s and Xboxes for a long time. Did you hear? Apparently a patent was filed for a new version of the PlayStation 5. Apparently it's for a digital-only PS5 that's slimmer and has a different screw or something. I don't know why they're doing that, unless I don't know. Do they think that they'll be able to make them more easily? I don't know. Like, it's confusing because they already can't make enough of the current model that's out there. So why are they patenting another model? If they know that there's not enough processors to make the one now, why would they patent another model for another PS5? It's very confusing to me. Maybe I'm misunderstanding the situation, but I'm kind of scratching my head like, why would they be redesigning a PS5 already, right? You know? I don't know. Onslaught, no, I do not only read people that tip me, but I'm doing shout-outs now for people who've tipped me. This is the segment of the stream where I do that. That's why I'm only reading contributions right now. Fireball Axe says it's silicon shortage. Is that what it is? They're completely short on silicon, which they need to manufacture these processors. Now, what caused that? Was it COVID that caused the silicon shortage? Were there just not people working to get the silicon or something? I don't understand the ins and outs of it. I never really researched it or anything, so I'm kind of ignorant on the subject. It's a synonym for processors. Is that not silicon itself? It's not actually made of silicon? They're not? I thought they were. I thought the whole Silicon Valley, the reason they call it Silicon Valley is because it's the central place for computers, and computer processors are made from silicon. Now I'm actually really learning something new. I really always thought the processors had silicon in them. It is made of silicon, but silicon is not in shortage. It's the CPUs. So the silicon is not in shortage. It's the manufacturing of the CPUs. They can't manufacture these things fast enough. But what caused the CPUs to be slowed down in production? Hold on. Everyone hold everything. No, hold on. Something very important just happened. Zabloop just asked in the stream chat, do you scream while you take a shit? Yes! Oh! Okay, I had to answer that question. It was very important. Just Chillin' also did a super chat asking about how to cure porn addiction. I couldn't answer that because I've never been addicted to porn. So you'd have to seek professional help with that. Just Chillin'. I can't really help you. I'm not well versed on that subject, okay? Good Lord. I had to answer these very important questions before we got back to the silicon shortage topic. Snowcurl says it's like saying there's a tree shortage because you're out of planks. Alright, so there's no silicon shortage. They need to turn the silicon into the processors. And that's the problem. But what is causing the holdup in processor creation? That's what I'm interested in, right? Marky Dan 123 has done a super chat. Thank you, Marky Dan. I appreciate that. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. What is my favorite Pokemon? Oh, man. There's a lot of cool Pokemon. I don't know if I have a favorite. The one that every single game I usually end up getting is Gyarados. That's the one for some odd reason I get in every game, and it just seems really strong. So that's what I'll go with, Gyarados. Swaggin says, am I ready to get this snow globe? I forgot to watch the video. Swaggin sent me a video. He's like, here's where the snow globe is. You definitely got to get it before you leave the Sierra, the Sierra Madre area. I didn't look the video. I fucking forgot. I'm going to have to watch it. I'll watch it during the break between what we're doing here, okay? Where is the video? I'm trying to find it. I know it's here. I'll find it. Here it is. There it is. Dead Money Snow Globe location walkthrough. Alright. I will watch this video during the break. And we gotta try to get this snow globe. Because apparently, the Dead Money Snow Globe is the only one in the game you cannot get if you leave. Because once you leave the Dead Money DLC, you can never go back. So if I don't get it during this run now, I can never get it. So I'll go back and look for it. Watch it now so I don't skip it. Alright, Gray Fox demands I watch it now. All right, here we go. So, you're at the fountain. And let's see. Oh, I don't want to unmute it. I want to make it big screen. Here we go. He says, you're going to go to the right here. Yes, you go to the right. And in the right area, that's where the snow globe. Oh, my goodness. So, okay. He went to the right. Yes, he's going to the Siesta del Sol. Here we go. Will the wrestling streams make a return? You mean the, like WWE streams? Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get WWE 2K22 this year. I'm on the fence about it. Only because the last one was so bad, and I love doing the sim matches and everything, but I don't have confidence this game's going to work. So. Imitating someone's accent is not racist, Nuno Glue. I hate to tell you this. It's not racist at all. You're just stupid if you think that. I know you're probably joking, but if you imitate someone's accent, that's not racist. People imitate me all the time. Does that mean they're racists? No. Now shut up. Let's see. Okay, he's going up a staircase. Okay, I think I've been here. Yeah, I've been here before. Now he's going down a staircase. Oh my god. I'm never going to find this. I will never find this. There's that blocked gate. Okay, I've seen that blocked gate. I've been to the other side of it. Oh my god, this is why I didn't find it. To get to it, you have to go up a staircase, and then you have to crawl. Oh my god, you have to do a crazy rooftop crawl to do this. That's why I didn't find it. Dude, that is ridiculous. It's really hard to find. That's why I didn't get it. Because not only do you go up a staircase where you would think, oh, you go in this room and you loot it. Then you have to turn around. And you have to run on a ton of fucking rooftops. And go across like 2 different rooftop bridges. And then there's another hole in the building. And there's a secret stash and there's a fucking snow globe. No wonder I didn't find it. Like, that's definitely the hardest thing in the DLC to find, the way that they set that up. I don't think I'm going to find it either. Like, I'm not even in that area anymore. I think I'd have to turn around and go back and explore more. That's crazy, though. Like, what the fuck, dude? Damn. I mean, we can give it a shot. If you really want me to look for it, we can give it a shot at the beginning of the gameplay here today and see what I can find. But I'm not too confident that I'm going to be able to find it. It seems to be like it's pretty challenging to find that shit. That's why I didn't want to explain it through text. That's ridiculous. So you're going up a staircase that has, there's lights. And there's a room right in front of you. Do you go in that room? No. You have to turn around and there's an awning you walk on. And as you walk around the corner, you realize it's a path. Then that awning goes across 2, awning bridges you have to walk on. And once you go across 2 awning bridges, there's another hole in a building way far away. And in that, there's a secret stash and a snow globe. Like, damn, that's like the most hidden thing in the whole DLC. I don't know if I could try, but I don't know if I'll be able to find it. That's crazy, man. All right. Anything else, guys? Any other contributions or anything before we take a break? I gotta use the bathroom. As you guys know, I take a brief break here. I use the restroom. I recommend you guys grab a drink or a snack. Use the restroom yourselves, whatever it is you want to do. And when I come back, it will be the continuation of Fallout New Vegas Dead Money DLC. I will be hopefully wrapping it up today. I guess we'll see. We're right near the part where you jump to the awning. If you retrace your steps to where you saved, you'll probably find it, says Swaggins. Okay. Timbo Slice tipped me another $1.30. He says, the issue with these chip shortages is a lot of things used. Ford has closed down factories again in Detroit, and they don't have chips for cars. There's over 500,000 cars waiting for the chip. Car lots are empty. But again, my question is this. What caused the problem? What is it that caused the shortage? Is it COVID? Because of COVID, did they shut down manufacturing, and therefore no one was making these chips, and that's why we don't have them? Because all I'm hearing is we don't have the chips and everything needs them. That's great, but what caused the shortage of chips? We never had this before. COVID shut down factories? Okay. I guess so. All right. Increase in demand because everyone was stuck at home. Supply shortage because COVID caused a backlog of orders and too fewer factories to manufacture the chips. Okay. Why don't they just fucking double up? Here's what they should do. Double up on employees and pay them more money. Because if you said, oh, we're going to be competitive now. We want to sell these things and make tons of money because they're in demand. So we're going to hire twice as many people to make them, but we're going to pay them double. So everyone will want these jobs, right? Then they'd actually have enough people to make them. The problem is these companies don't want to do that because they're all fucking scumbags. And they want to roll in money hand over fist. So instead they want to pay these people the absolute minimum possible to manufacture these chips. And therefore, they can't get enough people to do it. Oh, really? The factories are 99% automated and they're building new robots. Well, here's your problem, stupid. Dear corporate America, you're dumb. You're fucking dumb. You automated everything and you fucked yourself. You did. You fucked yourself for greed. Corporate greed. Automate everything. Don't put jobs out there. Automate everything with robots. Gee, I wonder why everything's fucked up, you stupid fucking idiots. Greedy motherfuckers. Oh my God. The factories are not in the U.S. It's even worse. That's it. I'm incensed. I'm angry. I'm upset. Ooh, I'm really angry. I'm stomping on the floor now. I'm so pissed. That's it. Now I've had it. That's it, motherfuckers. Now you got me all worked up. I'm going to throw my chair. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time for our break. Let's take a break. I'll be back in like 15 minutes or so, and then we will start with Dead Money. Okay? Thank you guys for chilling with me here. I'll be back in just a few. See you in a few.